2:17 a.m. An entire town's children leave their beds, walk out their front doors, and run silently into the night. This isn't just a story. It's an image that went viral, an idea so fundamentally terrifying it captured the entire internet. It was the perfect marketing for Weapons, the follow-up film from Zach Cregger, the comedy director who shocked everyone with his brilliant horror debut, Barbarian. The expectations were impossibly high. Could he do it again? Could he deliver another tour de force of original horror? Well, the answer is complicated. Because Weapons is a film that has fiercely divided people. Some are calling it a masterpiece, a god-tier gift to cinema. Others are calling it a flat, frustrating misfire. So, which is it? Is this film a wicked miracle? Or did the promising director behind Barbarian create a weapon that backfired? That's what we're here to figure out. Let's start with what makes this movie so special. If you walked out of the theater feeling stressed, thrilled, and utterly terrified, you're not alone. First, let's talk about the craft. Zach Cregger directs this film with the precision of a surgeon and the cruelty of a serial killer. It's a perfectly calibrated nightmare. The cinematography is restless and playful. The camera doesn't just observe the action, it's in the action. It's strapped to a slamming car door. It's peering over the shoulder of someone running for their life. This isn't just flashy camera work. It's a visual language that forces you into the chaos, making you feel every jolt and every single moment of panic. The editing is razor sharp, and the sound design, well, let's just say it will live in your head for days. It all works together to create an atmosphere of relentless dread. But the film's true genius might be its structure. Cregger refuses to tell this story in a straight line. Instead, he shatters the narrative into pieces, giving us different chapters from different characters' perspectives. We see an event happen, and then we jump back in time to see the same event from a completely new angle. Some might call this a gimmick, a shallow trick, but I think it's the entire point of the movie. Weapons is a story about paranoia, hidden secrets, and the terrifying realization that you never really know what's going on behind your neighbor's picket fence. The fractured storytelling isn't a bug. It's a feature. It mirrors the town's confusion and suspicion. It forces us, the audience, to constantly reevaluate what we think we know. It's a film driven by competing truths, and the structure makes us active participants in solving its chilling central mystery. And at the heart of this chaos are the characters. The story finds its footing through people like Justine, the school teacher played by the incredible Julia Garner. She finds her entire classroom empty one morning and becomes the target of a town's grief and rage. Josh Brolin plays Archer, the heartbroken and obsessed father of a missing child who will stop at nothing to find the truth. The entire cast is phenomenal, but the movie is truly elevated by two performances. The dynamic between the quiet boy Alex, played by a stunningly good Carrie Christopher, and his grotesque, terrifying Aunt Gladys, is the film's secret weapon. Their scenes together are electric. They are deeply unsettling, strangely tender, and sadistically playful, all at once. It's a raw and authentic look at childhood trauma that is incredibly rare in modern horror. It's the part of the film that doesn't just scare you, it emotionally wrecks you. And when a horror film can move you to tears one moment and have you screaming the next, you know you're watching something special. So, it's a perfect film, right? An undeniable masterpiece? Well, this is where things get complicated. Because for every moment of genius in Weapons, there's a moment that is so frustrating, it makes you want to tear your hair out. The biggest problem with the film is one of trust. While Barbarian was brilliant because it trusted its audience to keep up with its insane twists and turns, Weapons sometimes feels like it thinks its audience is, well, stupid. There is a shocking lack of subtlety here. The film explores very serious topics like school shootings and the way society uses children as pawns in political games. These are incredible, powerful ideas, but the film doesn't explore them with nuance. It hammers you over the head with them. At one point, the movie literally stops to show you a giant assault rifle hovering over a house, just in case you didn't get the metaphor. In another part of the story, characters define what a parasite is, multiple times, as if we couldn't possibly grasp the concept. It feels less like clever symbolism and more like a filmmaker screaming his themes at you through a megaphone. When you buy a ticket to a movie, you are putting your trust in the filmmaker. You owe them the same in return. And in these moments, it feels like Cregger doesn't trust us at all. This leads to the second major issue, the tone. The film is, at times, brutally funny. Cregger understands that in impossible situations, people react with disbelief and dark humor. These comedic moments are often the most memorable parts of the film. But they also frequently break the tension. Just as the dread is building to an unbearable level, a joke will land and completely deflate the atmosphere. While some see this as a brilliant balancing act, for others, it feels like the movie can't decide if it wants to be a terrifying thriller or a dark comedy. And in trying to be both, it sometimes fails at each. And finally, we need to talk about the film's blind spots. For all its originality, Weapons falls into a very old and tired trap. This is especially true for the characters of Marcus, the school principal played by Benedict Wong, and his partner. Marcus is the film's only significant non-white character, and he is also one of its two queer characters. Their fate? A brutal, prolonged, and grotesque death that is easily among the most violent in the entire film. Was this intentional? Probably not. But when you punish your only prominent Asian character and your only gay couple in such a visceral way, it sends a poor message. It echoes old-school, harmful tropes that many of us had hoped the horror genre was finally leaving behind. It's a sour note in an otherwise bold symphony. So, we come back to our original question. Is Weapons a masterpiece or a misfire? The truth is, it's both. And that's what makes it so fascinating. Zach Cregger's ambition is the film's greatest strength and its most glaring weakness. He swung for the fences, creating a film that is audacious, original, and absolutely batshit crazy. It's a cinematic roller coaster designed to make you scream, laugh nervously, and question everything you're seeing. But that same ambition leads to a messy, unfocused script. It's a film with ideas too big for its own good, one that occasionally sacrifices subtlety for a sledgehammer. You don't have to love Weapons just because you loved Barbarian. An artist can create a masterpiece and a flawed experiment, and both can exist at the same time. Ultimately, Weapons is a gift. It's a brutal, shocking, and grotesquely funny film that will be talked about and debated for years to come. It's the kind of bold, original filmmaking we should be demanding more of, even with all its imperfections. It's a rare thing to still feel genuinely surprised by a movie these days. And this film, whatever the hell it is nothing if not surprising. So what is the real weapon in this story? Is it the mysterious force taking the children? Is it the paranoia that tears a community apart? Or is it the filmmaker himself, weaponizing our expectations against us? I want to know what you think. Was this movie a work of genius or a frustrating mess? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.